All right, we have a very special crossover episode of Vicky 3 Academy and Manifesto Destiny today, because I want to take this opportunity to discuss sort of like a preface or a prequel to doing our standard of living video, and it's to discuss a specific thing, radicals and loyalists. And so why I think this is going to be valuable to do with Manifesto Destiny is because of what a drunk idiot I am. But it's still going to be really useful to you because we can discuss, oh my god, look, that got like 26 million radicals in a population of 64,000, like, or 64 million. Like, why is my country not exploded? It's because of what radicals do to your country. So people, they have there are all these numbers up there, and you know, they want to assign value to them so that they can try to like shortcut them and understand, like, is this thing good, bad? But the numbers and systems and everything in Victoria 3 are a lot more interconnected. And the more that I look at what I've done in this game, the angrier I'm getting at myself. I'm such an idiot. But it's not because of this number. It's because I'm not paying attention to my wars. I'm just very dumb. But radicals, in and of themselves, do not necessarily destroy your country. That's what I want to tell you, is that when this number is high, you actually have a multitude of tools to combat this, not the least of which is to, of course, try to reduce the total number of radicals in your country, which you can do by doing like construction and you know, not having an infamy score in the hundreds and stuff like that. But you have other ways to combat radicals beyond just, you know, combating radicals. You can combat the interest approval problems that they're going to give you, because that's like they really come in like two main problems. One, they can cause some secession problems and stuff, but that's mostly going to be representative from your political parties getting mad enough to form a civil war or whatever. But they also do this approval problem with your interest groups, which, depending on the interest group, might be something you can just work with anyway, right? Like the trade unions here, they have -3 because of radicals, but like I've got all these other bonuses from like changing laws and from just having laws that they generally like. And so just be aware that just because evangelicals are at -6 approval doesn't mean anything if they don't have any clout. If there aren't any people supporting the evangelicals and they don't have any power, every single one of them can be a radical as far as I'm concerned. Similarly, loyalists are only going to be increasing the loyalty over there. And so that's a helpful way to balance out the radicals. The other big thing that radicals can do to you is turmoil, but turmoil fortunately isn't like that complicated. Once you start getting absolutely buried in radicals, then just get level 5 law enforcement. Level 5 law enforcement gives -75% state penalties from turmoil. Turmoil is a problem. Do not underestimate the danger of turmoil to the long-term output of an economy. That said, look, I'm at 45% turmoil. South Carolina is like an absolute screaming mess of anarchy, which is kind of like what this entire campaign has been moving towards. And it doesn't matter because I have level 5 dedicated police force. Level 5 dedicated police force is one of those things that if you find yourself with just an infinite number of radicals, go ahead and get yourself some kind of home affair, like you know, yesterday Walker, God, Jesus Christ, get yourself some kind of home affair, and then get yourself dedicated police. And between those two things, you actually probably are going to be fine. I can't imagine having to use hundreds of authority just suppressing radicals or dealing with turmoil, because you have so many tools to survive them that it's really not a big deal. Loyalists, they really are only useful insofar as they add to your IGs. Sometimes they don't like cost a lot. Like the one that I had, let's see, the final Japan renewed thing, I think I have like 4 or 5 million. Let's see if it can load without crashing, because the Manifesto Destiny is from like 1880. But yeah, here, this wasn't even something I tried to do. This just happened because I built stuff. And that will happen to you too. As you build things, you will gradually get loyalists. As you conquer, you will gradually get radicals, and you kind of do some balancing and figuring out like what's important and in which order, and how to make sure that you just keep driving forward. But this is we 4.5 million loyalists and 1 million radicals. I haven't even been playing terribly well. We're on high taxes for most of the game. This is what I'm talking about. Like if you really want to manage these numbers, you can, but I would not worry about managing them directly. I would manage them indirectly by building a good economy, which will in turn make all of your pops happy to live there. And just working with the interest groups that you think are going to be happiest with the society that you're building, because that will mean that they'll be very, very, very loyal to you, just based off of the laws that you're changing. All right, that's Walker. That's Vicky 3 Academy. I think that that's a good sort of introduction to how to look at those two things. If you think that you still have questions about radicals and loyalists, please post below. They aren't like an entirely meaningless metric. They are important to keep an eye on if you are doing dangerous things. But like generally speaking, if you're not doing dangerous things and you are building a good economy, you should not have too many problems coming from radicals most of the time. So if you are, then my recommendation is watch more of the channel, because we do a lot of stuff where we just do like radical mitigation right now, and it's not even direct. It's just I play the game with the focus on building a good economy, and then the game takes care of itself from there. Okay, that's Walker.